Is Mount Sadahurip in Indonesia the oldest pyramid on Earth left by Lemurian civilization? The oldest pyramid in the world is found in Java, Indonesia. That's the question. Indonesia is most known for its ancient temples as well as its coastline, beaches, volcanoes, and lakes. One of the least discussed attractions of Indonesia is Mount Sadahurip, which is located in Garut, a town in West Java. It has high exoticism due to its shape like Egyptian pyramids and is allegedly considered to be the oldest pyramid in the world. Indonesia, the world's largest island country, has a great link with Hindu and Buddhist cultures. Historians believe that Indonesia was linked with the Asian mainland during the Pleistocene, about 4 million BC. This period was also related to the first appearance of the hominids, what is today called Java man, inhabited Indonesia as early as 2 million or to 500,000 years ago. Java man is a short name for Pithecanthropus erectus, a human-like species whose fossilized remains were discovered by scientist Eugene Dubois on the island of Java. According to the Indonesian Geologists Association IAGI Advisory Board head Andang Bachtiar, there were at least half a dozen recent geoarchaeological discoveries that, if properly explored and studied, might well rewrite Indonesian history. He pointed out several ancient sites such as Mount Padang, Pashama Megalith Complex, Bada Valley Megalithic Temple Complex atop Mount Penanggalan, and Mount Sadahurip that we're talking about here in Garut, West Java. Until now, researchers have not been able to determine the exact shape of Mount Sadahurip. This mountain has recently become known to the general public around the world when the Indonesian authorities decided to develop tourism and advertise local attractions. It is reported that the inhabitants of local villages believe that the earthen embankment of the mountain hides within itself a stone pyramid left over from very old times, inside which treasures are kept. They use the slopes of the mountains for vegetation, vegetable gardens growing vegetables there. Prior to testing, a series of excavations had been carried out which revealed a number of secret stone inscriptions beneath, and it was estimated that the pyramid buried under this mountain would be larger than the Great Pyramid of Giza. The structure is about 10,000 years old, with its height estimated at 200 meters. Atlantis in Indonesia. The first suggestion linked between Atlantis and Indonesia came from the leading theosophist C.W. Leadbeater in a booklet, The Occult History of Java, published in 1851. An American polymath, William Lauritsen, at the same time, a Brazilian nuclear professor, Aricio Nunes dos Santos, also made the Sundaland internationally known hypothesis. Zia Abbas, a computer scientist, claims to prove that Plato's Atlantis is to be found in the South China Sea. Another high-profile representative of this Atlantis location is an Indian molecular biologist, Sunil Parsanan, who worked in London. In 2013, Indonesian geologist Danny Hillman Natawidjaja also joined them after the discovery that the Mount Padang in the province of Cianjur, West Java, was apparently brought by people in pyramid form about 13,000 years ago. The adoption of Atlantis was in the greater of the present-day Indonesia located. In the book Atlantis is Indonesia's First Forward by Santo Sabapiliang, ancient writings mention that the pyramid is symbolized as a time capsule containing the history and technology of the Kingdom of the Sun and the technology of Atlantis. More than 30 different ruins have been found on the Atlantic seabed since 1956, and in ancient libraries, several old maps showing Atlantis and its connecting sea have been found. The island is known as the capital of a country on the continent that spreads from North Africa and Europe to Florida, with a tropical climate on the west and south coasts and a cold climate in the north and the east. Apart from Mount Padang, Mount Sadahurip in Garut, West Java, cannot be separated from the attention of observers of the history of civilization. Its shape is almost precise like a pyramid, or pyramid building in Egypt, is one reason some observers suspect this mountain is not a mountain as usual. Allegedly, behind the heap of earth, Sadahurip is a heritage building of past civilizations. Among the artifacts that have been found around Mount Sadahurip are stone inscriptions carved to resemble an inscription, and according to Plato and other historians, Atlantis had the most advanced and peaceful government in the world at its peak. At the same time, Indonesian volcanologists express confidence that the mountain has a naturally conical shape, not because it's a man-made pyramid, but because of volcanic activity and consists of solidified lava. Geological researcher Sujat Miko affirmed that there cannot be a pyramid inside a mountain. However, even Sujat Miko admits that from a geological point of view, Mount Sadahurip is a whole set of contradictions. There is information that 120 families who live in the area of this mountain loudly protested against the work of the research groups because it harmed their gardens. So since 2012, no one has studied the mountain. So is there any connection between the Gurat pyramids and the civilization that once inhabited this region? It is assumed that the people of that land disappeared due to natural disasters such as earthquakes and volcanic eruptions. This was originally published by House and Wise on Collective Spark by Vicky Verma. Please leave your comments and thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.